Hi, I'm Tia. I'm an anesthesiologist. Wow, I can't believe 10 years ago I was just beginning my educational journey. I lived at a retreat in Orlando with my roommate Taylor and my dog Birdie. We thought about what would be in 10 years. I never expected to complete all my dreams. I first started off by attending Valencia College and completed my associates in art. During my time at Valencia, I learned the skills to transfer to the University of Central Florida. While I was at Valencia, I completed a 6-month program becoming a certified pharmacy technician. In 2017, I continued my education for 2 years at UCF. During my junior year, I studied hours and hours to prepare for my MCAT. I took the MCAT, scored a 40, the highest of 45. I was so proud of myself. I obtained my bachelor's degree in biomedical science. I moved to Houston, Texas to attend the University of Texas Health Science Center. I studied harder than I ever studied before during medical school. I lived and breathed my notes, barely got any sleep. In my 3rd year of medical school, I got another dog, so Brody had a brother. I also moved into my new house. Things were looking good for me, but this wasn't the end. I graduated from UT Health and focused in anesthesia. I am currently now completing my 3rd year of residency and living my dream. A typical day for me starts off around 5:45. I shower, have a cup of coffee, and head out the door. I take some time to review the day in my head and get ready to go. I change into scrubs and head to the scheduled OR. I'm in charge of setting up and operating the anesthesia machine, and I get all the equipment ready for the day. It takes anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes to set up the room. After the morning lecture at 7 a.m., I meet up with my patients in the pre-anesthesia area, where I review their history, medication, allergy, and discuss the plan. When the patient gets ready to go, I get the patient to the OR by 7:30 sharp. Most of the days, I walk out the hospital doors around 4 p.m. I drive back home in time to make dinner. I do feel very fortunate to have enough free time to get out in the evening and spend time studying or with friends. I will now show you what a typical day for me is like. Please enjoy.
My name is Matt Norkunis. I am one of the attending anesthesiologists here. And so anesthesia is essentially protection of a patient undergoing generally uncomfortable procedures. What we do is we manage the patient's vital signs, make sure the patient is comfortable throughout the procedure, make sure they're safe while the surgeons work on them. Buenas noches. Okay, so this young lady we have here, had her ankle repaired with with some screws and some plates. Put some hardware in there. Her ankle is healed, so we now need to just take the hardware out. So we're going to put her to sleep. We're going to do a general anesthetic. We're putting on monitors as we do for all of these cases first, and we're going to put her up to sleep real soon. We've given a little bit of a sedative. We've given some narcotic. We put on what we call standard ASA monitors, and now we're going to start giving her a little bit of oxygen to breathe to make sure that her body is full of oxygen before we put her up to sleep. Sit down. Now we're going to wake her up. We've shut off our medications. We're not giving her anything else to keep her asleep. So that's what we want. So if she lets you take that out, take it out. If she doesn't, leave it. Time to move on to the next. So when we did a nerve block for the lady who had broken her ankle, what we do is a regional anesthetic, essentially numbing some portion of a patient's body, just like at the dentist when they make your tooth numb. So what we're able to do is inject local anesthesia around the nerves that supply sensation to different parts of the body. By doing so, a patient is able to have surgery with far less intravenous drugs. And the fewer drugs we give, the better. You do have to read the resident. You have to read not only what you know about their clinical knowledge, but also just their general, their body language, their level of comfort with a case, their understanding of what that case requires. A lady who's got some pretty good meat on her leg, you almost that's one portion of what we manage, but then we also have to make sure that the patient is safe, and really that's the ultimate goal for the procedure, is to make sure the patient is okay. So that comes first, and if I ever get into a position where I feel like the resident isn't ready for something or not comfortable with something, I always step in and make sure the patient's safe, because that's really the end point.
I would never have accomplished all this without my new student experience class that I took my freshman year at Valencia. I learned the skills to stay focused, budget my finance, and plan out my life accordingly so I will be successful in my field. I am so thankful Valencia offered that class. I got myself where I am today. I will be continuing my journey and making an impact on people's lives.